Hello you guys. Today's video, because I'm gonna just jump straight into it. There's not really much explaining to that needs to be done. Today's video is gonna be a diary entry. It's also gonna be a lesson that I am trying to learn, or a lesson that I have learned from the universe, a lesson that the universe is also fucking flying here, a lesson that the universe has taught me. So yeah, this video is gonna be about what is it gonna be about? Why I don't date Leo men, why I will not date a Leo man any fucking more. As a Gemini woman, I will not date a Leo man. But more importantly, why I don't date nonchalant men, you know? So like I said, this is gonna be about Swae Lee. Now if y'all are not hold on, I wish I could pause the video. Like, I can't even pause the video. Like, at least on my camera I could pause, on my computer I could pause the video, but no. So if y'all don't know, Swae Lee was the boy I was introduced to by my cousin's boyfriend, right? And it was like, we would always go to his house on some like double date type shit, right? Why is this boy calling me? So let me tell y'all a story real quick. I think it was like 2 days ago, we went to my cousin's boyfriend's house, right? So we could go meet Swae Lee and her boyfriend, so we could go chill with them, right? But mind you, they wasn't trying to meet up with us because they were going somewhere, and they constantly do this where like it's very fishy. Like, we don't really know the full story, but it's very fishy because it's like they will purposefully like try to not meet up with us when they have to go somewhere, like when they're going somewhere. So I was trying to text him like, yo, are you free? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, me and Kaylani, right? That's my cousin's name for this story time. Me and Kaylani's boyfriend are going somewhere. I'm like, okay. And you know, my cousin's petty ass, she's like, oh, going somewhere? Where does my boyfriend think you're going? We popping up at the crib. So we get dressed, we get ready, we go to the crib. We meet her cousin's boyfriend. I mean, we meet my cousin's boyfriend, and you know, automatically he's kind of like, what are y'all doing here? You know, he's kind of like shook a little bit. She's like, oh, I just came to chill. Like, you know, we just came to chill. He's like, oh, well, do you know that me and Swae Lee are going somewhere? I'm like, yeah, I've been new. Like, Swae Lee told me. He was like, how do you know? I said, because Swae Lee told me. Now, while I tell the story time, we are going to pop some Takis. But yeah, I'm like, Swae Lee told me, so I already knew. He's like, oh, okay. So whatever, we're walking around. We have to go to like a store real quick because, you know, I don't know why, but we just go to the store with him and his family because we can't be in the house alone. I respect that, I understand that. And as we're walking, you know, down the block to the store, Swae Lee pop out of nowhere. And, you know, of course, my cousin's boyfriend runs up to him, right? But he kind of runs up to him as like a, yo, you cannot believe, like kind of like a warning kind of way. And he starts talking to Swae Lee, right? Now, mind you, at this point, this is tasting more chili, less sour. Now, mind you, at this point, me and Swae Lee were not dating. But I guess you could say we were talking, but if y'all don't know, I don't believe in the talking stage, but we were getting to know each other. We were just basically flirting around. Now, back to the story. Swae Lee, no. My cousin's boyfriend, right? We're gonna call him, what did I call him before? N, right? N. My cousin's boyfriend, and he runs up to Swae Lee, and he's kind of like, yo, like, you can't believe, like, they're here, like, you know. And so Swae Lee looks at my cousin, he's like, okay. And then I run up to him because I'm like, oh, hey, Swae Lee, because last time we met, right, we met on a good note. Mind you, I haven't seen Swae Lee in like 5 days, like almost a week. Because me and my cousin decided to take a long break because, you know, we kind of thought they were taking us for granted. So I see Swae Lee. I'm kind of running up to him. I'm like, oh, hey, you know, I just came to see you. Automatic attitude. I mean, I didn't get a hi, I didn't get a hey, I didn't get a what's up, I didn't get a yo, like, huh, why are you here? Like, kind of like a shock. It was automatically, I think he said something like, yo, why are you here? Like, he said it like that, like automatic attitude, like he was disgusted. He rejected my hug, by the way. He was kind of like, yo, why are you here? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is going on with you? Like, I just came to see you. He was like, bro, I told you we were going somewhere. Like, I knew y'all were gonna do this. I'm like, first of all, it wasn't my idea. My cousin was the one that got up and said, yo, they're not going nowhere. I'm like, well, I don't care because Swae Lee's not my boyfriend and I don't really care what he does. Frankly, I don't care. But he was acting as this, me and my cousin, or specifically me, because for some fucking reason he was directed his anger towards me and only me. He came to me and he was like, why are you here? Da-da-da, you know I'm going somewhere. I'm like, first of all, we have not seen each other in like a couple of days. I just came to say hey. Second of all, I'm not here to stop you. Like, I kept trying to tell him that, like, bro, I'm not here to stop you. I don't care. And I told him that before. Like, my cousin acts like that and she's protective because that's her man. That's her boo thing. I don't care. Go to a party. Do what you do because you know what, baby? You're not the only one. You must have forgot. But he just gives me an attitude. He runs in the store with my cousin's boyfriend and his family. And just kind of ignores me. I go out and I talk to my cousin and I'm just like, girl, why is he acting like this? She's like, acting like what? Like, he's annoyed. I told her, like, it's very fucking clear, like, he's annoyed by me, right? He is annoyed by the fact that I'm here. And it's like, bro, I didn't come to stop you. I just came to say, hey. You know what I mean? And she's like, well, I don't know. Like, he's just a weirdo. I'm like, yeah, it's giving very weird. Well, anyway, we all leave the store. Walk back to her boyfriend's house. Get in his room. We chilling. And mind you, at this point, Swae Lee is still fucking pissed for some reason. He's still throwing this huge attitude. And I keep telling him, like, I don't give a fuck. Do what you do. I didn't come to stop you. I don't care. You're not my nigga. You understand? So he's still giving me an attitude. At this point, we're going back and forth. We're going back and forth. He's cursing me out. I'm like, bro, first of all, where did this attitude come from? Because frankly, y'all, I really don't know where this attitude came from. I don't know where this fucking came from. Like, we have not really communicated since we last seen each other, which was like damn near 5 days ago. And I just came to say, hey, like, why are you throwing this fucking attitude? And he's cursing me out. He's calling me a hoe. He's like, you're a dub. I don't like you anymore. I don't like you. You're a dub. I'm like, well, who said I liked you? Like, the feeling's mutual, right? Mind you, he's trying to violate me so bad. Like, and this is what I don't like about Leos. They try to bring up shit from the past to hurt your feelings. And it's like, baby, I'm a Gemini. Only I know the shit that I can say to hurt my feelings because, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Only I know. And you're not saying the things that can hurt my feelings for real, but he's just gonna call me dub, da-da-da. Mind you, we're cursing each other out. We're going at it. And I'm just not understanding where this attitude came from. So I leave the room. I'm like, you know what? Let me be the bigger person. I'm gonna leave the room. Left the room. And at this point, he's talking to my cousin and her boyfriend because they're like, yo, why are you acting like this? Like, why do you not like her anymore? Like, what is your problem? And they even told him himself. They even came at him. They're like, bro, did you just reject the hug? Like, my cousin's boyfriend, N, right? The one that I suspect that cheats that. Woo, y'all, there was story time for that too. Matter of fact, I might even tell about the end of this. About the dear friend, your boyfriend's cheating. Yeah, that was by my cousin and her boyfriend. But anyways, even N was like, yo, like, you rejected a hug? Like, I can't even lie. Like, that's fucked up. Like, mind you, we didn't have any beef prior. I just fucking saw him. And automatically attitude. So, yeah, they're like even coming at him like, bro, like, what's your problem? What's your issue? He's just going off about some random shit, talking about I'm supposedly a hoe. Just going off about random shit, right? I left the room, came back in. At this point, I'm like ignoring him. We in the same room, but we're not talking to each other at this point. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me call up another boy on my phone. Another boy that I presumably talk to. Because he, funny enough, he thinks he's the only one. And this is the shit I hate about Leos. They're very hypocritical. They don't want you messing with nobody while they can be out there hoeing around. It makes no fucking sense. And as a Gemini, I fucking hate it. So I call up another boy. I'm like, yo, like, you trying to link? Like, because at this point, y'all, I don't want to be in the same room with him. He has made the energy and the tension so thick, I fucking hate it. Like, even the cast wasn't trying to be in the midst of all that shit. So I'm like calling him up, whatever. I get off the phone. I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, you know what? I'm never coming back here. Like I said, I'm like, this is my last time coming here. I don't never want to come to your boyfriend's house again. Like, I told her that. And so I start talking to her. I'm like, well, now that we know this is a done deal, what's next? Like, do we got anything else planned other than, you know, trying to link with your boyfriend? And then I mentioned a party. I'm like, oh yeah, we got a party we got to go to, right? Now, mind you, at this point, we don't argued. We said what we had to say. I'm completely ignoring him. Nobody's looking at him. I'm not even like turned towards him. I'm not even facing him. My attention's fully on the person I'm talking to, which is my cousin. Now, he out of nowhere is like, oh, you're mad, childish. Like, you're saying this to get me mad, da-da-da. No, I'm not. That's your own feelings, bitch. That's something you got to acknowledge. You're getting mad because you're getting jealous because you thought you were the only one. Funny enough, you're not. So he's getting mad. He's getting pissed. He start cursing me out. I'm like, bro, mind your business, because who was even talking to you? Who was even talking to you? Like, didn't you tell me to stop talking to you when I came back in the room after I left, because I heard him mainly talking shit about me, talking about I'm a hoe, and I can't fuck with nobody like that, whatever, right? So this is not your conversation. Like, he's like, oh, you're being childish, like, you're doing this to piss me off. Shut the fuck up. Because funny enough, for like the rest of the day, he would purposefully have conversations, and he would do that childish shit where he would like exclude me from a conversation so I could feel left out and only talk to like my cousin and her boyfriend and the other people in the room. So anyway, I just wanted to fucking leave because it just felt like I was being bullied. It reminded me of my ex Dookie, who, funny enough, name also start with a K, is also a Leo, except he's a July Leo. Swae Lee is a July Leo, and Dookie is a August Leo. I thought there was a difference. Bitch, turns out they're just the same. They are just the same. But yeah, like, and that's the funny thing, like, while he was calling me a dub, and if y'all don't know what a dub is, it's basically like, you know, smash or pass. That's like saying you're a pass, like you're an L, like I wouldn't want to date you, right? So he kept calling me a dub. Funny enough, I never really wanted to get romantically involved with this guy because he reminded me too much of my ex. Did I want to fool around with him? Probably for talk here and there. Duh. Because I was bored and I needed male attention. But as far as date, I wasn't too sure about that because you remind me way too much of somebody who did me dirty in the past, right? Now, let's get on the fact that after all of that was said and done, I kept saying, like, oh my God. I kept telling my cousin, like, yo, I want to leave because at this point, I'm feeling very out of place. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. And I will never, ever fuck with a guy that made me feel that way. No matter what we're going through, you don't ever do that childish shit to somebody where you exclude them from something. I hate that. It's very bullying. Like, it just reminds me of school. Like, being bullied at school. Or like some fucked up shit that I have had happen to me previously, like. But y'all, after I left, me and my cousin, we took the MTA bus. We rode home, and as soon as we got on the bus, y'all, I started crying. I didn't cry because of him specifically or because of the situation. I cried because of the things he said to me. And I also want y'all to take another lesson away from this video. We are human beings. Unfortunately, we can be hurt in other ways. Like, we cannot just only be hurt physically. We can also be hurt emotionally. And at that point, I was emotionally hurt. Not specifically because of Swae Lee, but because of the things he said. And it was giving me, like, I wouldn't say PTSD, but it was giving me flashbacks of another experience I had with my ex, Dookie, who did me so dirty, had me crying in my room for 2 weeks. But anyways, ooh, and the cup match. But yeah, y'all, I was crying on the bus. Thankfully, my cousin consulted me. She was like, it's gonna be okay, girl, F him. It wasn't that serious anyway. He's not all that. I'm like, you damn right. No. So yeah, after I'm done drying my tears out, whatever, I'm like, you know what? And as soon as I left the house, I already had this in mind. I'm like, this is the last time I'm gonna see this boy, speak to this boy, talk to this boy, message this boy, think about this boy. Because I will never, ever fuck with somebody that will do that childish shit. And this is me learning boundaries and me learning to never fuck with Leo men again. If you are willing to do that childish shit, call me all types of names, bully me, slander me, and then made me feel, on top of that, make me feel excluded and make me feel out of place knowing damn well what you're doing and coming at me every time I try to have a conversation, I will never date a guy like that. And I didn't want to date him or talk to him or flirt with him anyways, because he already reminded me of a horrible past. But anyways, y'all, yeah, after I cried my eyes out, I kid you not, it was probably, I'll probably cry my eyes out for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then, you know, I dried my tears and I was like, you know what, fuck that bitch. He wasn't even that cute anyways. And he would always tell me, y'all, and this is moral of the story, never let a guy tell you he doesn't want you like once or twice, because unfortunately, I feel sorry that I have to say this, but guys are very stupid. Like mentally, they are very slow. They're very slow. Like, they don't really have a lot of spiritual, like on a spiritual level, I mean, not like real mentally, but I mean like spiritually, guys are very slow. That's why a lot of times you have to literally tell men that I do not like you for them to get the hint. And even then, they still don't get the hint because they still will try to come after you. So it's like, listen, guys are very simple-minded human beings. Let's just say that. And no offense if you're a guy watching this, but girls, we can communicate in ways guys can't. Like, literally, we can. Just with a simple look, a simple nod, a simple, you know, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can feed off each other's energy and we can tell. Guys are very simple-minded. They can only communicate and can only associate with things that are very tangible. If you don't know what tangible means, it means physical, things of the physical realm. Not in the spiritual realm where you can't see and you don't know, but physical things. So, for example, Swae Lee would always tell me, like, because he knew he was out of my league to begin with. He would always tell me, like, yo, why do you want to date me? Like, I'm a bum. Like, why do you want to date me? I'm a bum. Blah, 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 blah. He even once told me I was a dub, like, out of nowhere. And while we were texting on Snapchat, he was like, you're a dub. And I'm just like, I was like, why would you say that? Like, why am I a dub? Like, how am I a dub? And he was like, oh, never mind. I should have took that as the first sign to leave, because why would you randomly tell me I was a dub? Like, never let a guy tell you he doesn't like you more than once. Never let a guy, because when they say it, honey, they mean it. Like I said, guys are very simple-minded human beings. They can only communicate with tangible things, which is very funny. I'm talking about like shit, and this is like psychic shit. But yeah, that's another lesson I learned. A second lesson I learned is that it's okay to be human. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel things. Like, I hate when I'm like feeling a certain way because somebody hurt my feelings, and then like I get told like, oh, you shouldn't let people hurt your feelings. Y'all, we are human beings. We can get hurt emotionally, physically, mentally, like any way we can get hurt. Like, it's okay. Let yourself feel emotions. We can't just feel happiness. That's not normal. And number 3, trust your gut feeling on a guy. Because when I first met Swae Lee, something told me like, I don't really like this guy. I don't really like trust him. Not really trust him, but I don't really like him. Like, I don't even think I would really talk to him. Trust your gut instinct. That first instinct you get when you meet a guy, 9 times out of 10 will be right. Okay, and we're not talking about those couples that where the girl doesn't like the guy and, you know, all of a sudden she falls for him and they get married. No. Like, 9 times out of 10, if you feel like you don't like a guy, don't talk to him. Don't give him a chance. Because I said, you know what? Let me give him a chance. I'm trying to have fun this summer. Da-da-da-da. And the fuck? And number 4, I will never date a Leo man again. As a Gemini, I feel like the only options I have left are Sagittarius, probably another Gemini male, which I don't know if I want to date another me. I don't know if I could do it. Like Capricorn, I never dated a Capricorn before, but I don't really think I want to. I'm really aiming for a Sag, maybe Aquarius, Libra, water signs are out of it for me. Maybe an Aries, Virgo, nah, too sneaky. Taurus, nah, can't handle it. Too much of a hoe, too greedy. But yeah, I feel like the only options I have left now are Sagittarius men and maybe Gemini men, but I don't know. Like, Gemini, I'm a little bit like, eh. But yeah, y'all. Also, update on my cousin's, you know, cheating ass boyfriend, where like I presumed he was cheating because of the way he was looking at me while we were high. Basically, funny enough, ironically, yesterday my cousin went on his Snap and yeah, she went on his Snap and she found that he posted a girl laying on his bed with her like on her stomach with her butt like this, whatever, and she posted, and meanwhile he was on the end of the bed like this. So I guess he did cheat, because he was saying like that, oh, that's his man's girl. Nigga, what? That's his man's girl? Like, make it make sense. So anyways, I was like, and even if that is your man's girlfriend's sister or whatever bullshit, why would you allow her on the bed? Why would you allow her to post on her Snapchat? Meanwhile, my cousin said he doesn't allow her to post on her Snapchat either. But anyways, somebody's ringing the doorbell. That's the end of my video. My cousin's boyfriend cheats. All those lessons I mentioned, I'm not mentioning them again. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.